Hello everyone, welcome to Boricua Reviews. Today I'm doing my April wrap-up in my May TBR. I know I am 10 days late doing this, but I'm here now. And I'm going to start with the first book I read, which was Darkest Mind by Alexandra Bracken. I don't have it with me because it was the audiobook and I got it from the library. This book is about a disease that only infected children, and the majority of the children died, and the ones that survived ended up having powers. The government divided them up in this color system and threw them all in these different camps, stating that they were going to cure them and help them, which they never really did. But it follows 4 kids. The main character is Ruby, and she's the one that you mainly follow. Also, the other characters are Liam, Chubbs, and another little girl that I can't remember her name. But the story follows the main characters trying to fight for survival and trying to make sure they don't get caught by the government or by this organization called the Children's League, another organization that wants the children. It also, America is like not America anymore. It's completely different. It's kind of destroyed. People are fighting, and a lot of them are homeless, and if you turn in one of these kids that escape one of the camps, then you get paid for it. So it's kind of hard for them to survive out there in this world. The kids are trying to make it to East River because it's supposed to be a safe haven for them and for any other kids out there. I love this book. I gave it a 4.5 stars. I would have gave it a 5 if there was a little bit more action. There is action in this, but it's just not as much as I thought it would be. I mean, with the title, The Darkest Minds, I thought it was going to be like a shitload of action. But main character Ruby, I loved her, but sometimes she got on my nerves. There's certain things that she does that if you haven't read it, you will realize what she does once you start reading it. But she is lovable. You do love her. She is a kind person. So that's the first book that I read in the month of April. The second book I read was Dorothy Must Die by Danielle Page. So basically the story follows this girl named Amy Gum. She ends up in Oz. Oz is not cheery, it's not gleeful, it's dark and ugly. And Dorothy is back and she is in charge of Oz. Dorothy is not the sweet and charmful girl that we know. She is evil and murderous now. And so is the Tin Woodman, the Scarecrow, and the Lion. And Amy has a mission. She has to kill Dorothy in order to save Oz. I gave this book a 5 out of 5 stars. I actually thought it was really good. I know a lot of people also thought it was good. So if you guys haven't read it, pick it up. If you don't want to buy it, go get it from the library. It is a great book. Okay, the third book I read is The Selection by Kira Cass. The Elite and the One will be in my next month TBR. But this is Cinderella meets The Bachelor. America is not America anymore. At the 5 wars, America is like a divided country now, and I believe where they live is Alina. Anyway, there is a royal family now, and they're hosting this competition for the prince because he needs a wife. So the competition consists of 35 girls who are selected out of thousands of girls that applied. So in the middle of this competition, they're in a battle between the North and the South because they want to overthrow them. The society has a number system, 1 being the wealthiest and 8 being the poorest. It follows the main character, America Singer, who is one of the selected. These girls have to woo the prince into liking them and to select them while he is eliminating them throughout the book. And so the main problem for America is that she has an ex-boyfriend that she just broke up with, and she still has feelings for him and she still loves him. And now she is actually catching feelings for Maxon, and she did not go into this actually wanting anything to do with Maxon, the prince. I really like this book, not as much as I liked the first 2, but I still enjoyed it. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. I really did like America. She was really sweet, and I like how she always thought about others over herself. Sometimes she can get on your nerves, but overall she is a good character. I did like her. I really don't know how I feel about Aspen. He wasn't too much in the book. But, I don't know. I don't know my feelings towards him yet. I don't know how I'm going to feel about him in the Elites. But hopefully my feelings for him change and I actually have more of an opinion about him. Right now I find him a little bit annoying because he broke up with her in the beginning. So I don't know if I want her to end up with him or Prince Maxon yet. Prince Maxon, I really do love him. He is a gentleman. He's sweet. He's kind-hearted. And right now I'm leaning more towards him than Aspen because of those reasons. I do recommend this book to anyone that likes dystopian type novels. This is a good read, so if you haven't read it, go pick it up. Okay, the next book is The Archives by Victoria Schwab. I did a review on this book, so if you guys want to check that out, I'm going to link it below for you. Basically, this book is about a girl named Mackenzie. She is a keeper for the dead. The dead are in the library where the souls are the books. Every once in a while, one of them wakes up and escapes to the Narrows. The Narrows is the world between us right now and the library. And Mackenzie, as the keeper, she has to return the souls back to the library. So go check out my review. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. I thought this was a great book and I can't wait to pick up on Bound. Okay, the next book is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs. This was a really good book. I actually thought it was going to be scary, but it wasn't. For those who think it's a scary book, it's not. But I can't really explain it without messing it up for those who haven't read it, because it's one of those types of books that can easily be spoiled. I call this the picture book. I mean, it has more of a story than pictures, but it has these weird, creepy pictures in it that goes along well with the story. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. I'm pretty sure everyone on BookTube knows about it. If you don't, go pick it up. The next two books is Cinder and Scarlet by Marissa Meyer. Like the other books, everyone knows about these, the Lunar Chronicles. They're an awesome, great read, you guys. Basically, these books are a retelling of Cinderella, Little Red Riding Hood, Rapunzel, and Snow White. I'm currently reading Crest right now. I'm almost done with it. I'm not going to say too much about this because once I'm done with that, I'll be doing a complete review on all 3 books once I'm done with Crest. I highly recommend these books. It's a great sci-fi series. I know you guys will enjoy it as much as I am. So the last book I have for my April wrap-up is Percy Jackson the Lightning Thief by Rick Warden. I actually did a review on this book already with my daughter. It was my first mother-daughter edition. If you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. I think she did an awesome job, so please give it a thumbs up. If you've seen the movie and not read the book, you're doing yourself a great disservice. They did a real poor job bringing this book to life. But yeah, I gave this book a 5 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. It actually caught me off guard because I didn't think it was going to be this good, but it was. So if you guys haven't read it, read it. Do not go by the movie. So these are all the books I read last month. Mine is The Darkest Mind because I don't have it with me, but yeah. These are the books that I'm going to be reading throughout the month of May. You guys can see them there. I already read Never Fade. This is the second book to the Darkest Mind series. Great read. I am currently on this book. I am almost done with it, as you guys can see. This is the third book in the Lunar Chronicle series. This is the first book in the Grisha series. It's Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. This book has been making its rounds on BookTube. Been hearing a lot of great things about it, and I can't wait to get to this. The next book is The Sea of Monsters by Rick Warden. This is the second book in the Percy Jackson series. And I pray to God this book is nothing like the second movie. It sucked. So hopefully I can give you guys a good review on this book. Next book is Hollow City, the second novel of Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs. Hopefully I get to this book sometime this month. The next book is Ruby Red by Kristen Geyer. This is about time travel. Like I said before, I did watch the movie and I liked it, so I really do want to read this book. The next book is What the Spell by Brittany Garakatellis. If I said her name wrong, I'm sorry. But I said before, this book is like Sabrina the Teenage Witch, but maybe an older, darker version, I think. And I will be doing a review on this book. The last book I have here is Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare. This is the first book of the Infernal Devices series. I really want to read this entire series before the last book of the Mortar Instruments comes out at the end of this month. So these are the books I've read, and these are the books I am planning on reading in the month of May. If you guys read any of these books, let me know your thoughts on them in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and you guys have a nice day.